Hey guys, this is Bear Gaming and welcome back to our channel. For today, we are going to have another hero spotlight, and this time we are going to talk about the second character under the collaboration event between Exos Heroes and Tales of Vesperia. So over here, you can see the journals button, tap heroes, and then we are going to look for Flynn Scifo. So I think it's Scifo, not Shifo, because I happened to check in Google and it seems that he has the Japanese version of his name, which is Furen Shifo. So I guess that pronounced as Shifo, but we are going to call him Flynn. So this is him. First, we are going to check out his skill set. The passive, Life Rebirth, heals 2% of own max health at the end of ally's turn besides self. So after an ally's turn, he heals 2%. So it's like a what's that called? Health regen ability. Then the first skill is Blazing Pillar Smash. Deals 150% damage to one enemy and 50% chance to afflict target with stun for 3 turns. Hello. Hi. Welcome to our channel. Mint XCX. Welcome back. So currently we are discussing about the second hero under the Tales of Vesperia collaboration with Exos Heroes. And then the second skill is Radiant Dragon Fang, deals 262% damage to one enemy and increases defense of all allies by 11% for 8 turns. So it seems that he's a single DPS. He only attacks one enemy at a time. So let's take a closer look. So over here in the hero introduction, you can see Flynn. He looks like a knight. So based on the story, when I did my little research, he is actually the best friend of Yuri. Yay, I played Exos a while ago, just come back recently and have a lot of things to catching up. Ooh, welcome back to the game. I hope you're having fun. So currently, we are waiting for Season 7 because it seems for the past few weeks we only have Choice Fate Corre, but we have this big event which is the what's it called? Choice Mythic Re. So that's considering a rebanner for the Mythic Hero. So I think they created that event while we are waiting for Season 7 to come. So hopefully tomorrow we are going to have good news because since tomorrow is a Wednesday and usually they give out patch notes for the scheduled maintenance on Thursday. So this is the default mode and this is the battle mode, and you can see he has a sword and shield. So for the appearance effect, Impartial Knight, Flynn Scifo. Now for the illustration. And also, if you want to know about his exclusive equipment, you can check this over here in the Fate Core button. Just tap it and choose any of the Fate Core theme. So I'm going to press Awaken Fate Core theme, and well, this doesn't affect anything because we are going to check out the exclusive equipment button, which is located on the lower right portion of the screen. It's here, and then we are going to look for his equipment. So this is Yuri's, and then this is Estelle's, and we're just going to look for his. Okay, so it's this one. White Knight Sword. Flynn Scifo's exclusive equipment, a sword said to be granted to the next Chevalier Commander, one of the greatest honor for a young knight. So if you happen to get this before, because this was released last February 25, 2021. So he was released alongside with Yuri on the first day of their release. And I think Flynn is one of the well, he was the only one who is included in the login event. I think it's the 7-day login event where you can get him during the first day and also the second day. So if you happen to get this exclusive equipment, his attack will be increased to 30 and combat power by 10,000. So that's his exclusive equipment. Now we are going to go back to the journals button, because we are going to check out his skill animation. Okay, that's the normal attack or basic attack. And then for the first skill, oh, so that's the blazing pillar. And for the second skill, so I don't know about you guys, but whenever I see these kinds of characters who has this knight-like appearance, it always reminds me of the main hero of the story, whether it's a game or from that anime. So here is the hero story. Paladin Flynn Scifo. Sex is male, nation is Wasted Red. So just the same as Yuri, he's also under Garv's nation, Wasted Red. Hero tier is Fated or Fated Grade Hero. Element is Light. He's also 21 years old, race is human. Position is Defense or Defense type hero. And his birthday is not included here. A young man who grew up with Yuri in the lower quarters, he joined the Imperial Knights for their ideals. Even after Yuri left the Knights out of disappointment, he continued on to establish a successful career. However, he is alienated within the Knights by those with a noble background for being a commoner. But on the other hand, he is known for being an icon of hope for the lower citizens. He has an incredible sense of duty and always fights for the weak. But because he is bound by the law, he tends to be extremely prim and inflexible. He always nags at Yuri whenever they meet, but it is out of concern for his friend who is still living in the lower quarters. So it's like he's the best friend of Yuri. So that's his story. And now we are going to the Manage Heroes button because I happen to get a copy of him. He's somewhere below here in the list because I'm not using him currently. So I was able to transcend him one time. You can see the +1 over here on the upper left portion of the screen. Because again, he was included in the 7-day login event. And you can get him on the first day, on the 7th day. That's why for sure, everyone else who happened to play that game during that time, February 25, 2021, for sure you are able to transcend him to 1. So just like any other collaborated heroes, they don't have any fate core just to preserve the originality of the character. And for the exclusive equipment, I didn't happen to get it. So it's kind of sad because there's no other way I could get it anymore. Even though if I have enough cess, still there's no price for it anymore. So for the artifact, I happen to equip him with Iron Bullet Gunner Big Run because it says here grants a barrier equal to 9% of own health to all allies at the start of battle. So isn't it based on his passive, he also has this skill wherein for every ally's turn he heals 2% of his own max HP or health. So that means, obviously, we are going to equip him with gears that will really increase or boost his HP or health. So I think this is kind of good for him because it says here grants a barrier equals to 9% of his own health. And it's also good for all of his allies as well because they will also be able to benefit from it. So aside from that, you can see this Golden Fury Ulex grants decreased area piercing damage by 52% to all allies for 2 rounds at the start of round, 1 time per 2 rounds. So this is also good for any knights because this will prevent your enemies from doing piercing damage, especially those AoE. And then there's this Boundary of Life and Death VV, chance to destroy a random Guardian Stone from target when basic attacking. Then there's this Enchanted Sword Dance Lovely. This will give you chance to revive with 30% health upon dying. Grants a barrier equal to 20% of maximum health for 6 turns upon reviving with this effect. And then there's Infinite Chain Pamian. It says here chance to gain mana, 1 mana for every 2 back row allies at the start of own turn. 1 time per round. So for every 2 back row allies, your Flynn will be able to gain 1 mana. So if you happen to have this kind of battle formation wherein only Flynn is the one up front and you have 4 back row allies, so therefore you'll be able to get 2 mana. And then there's this Flaming Iron Fist Brescian, chance to transfer 1 debuff from self when attacking enemy, 1 time per round. There's this Righteous Mercy Olivia, decreased damage received by all allies besides self by 14% while alive. Then there's Unbreakable Wall Messiang, grant share health to all allies to transfer 22% of the damage received to self. So that's share health. And then there's this one, heals 10% of own max health at the start of own turn. I think this is also good. Maybe this will go hand in hand with his passive, like again. While for this exclusive hitter Patrash, this works after his turn, but for his passive, it's based from the ally's turn. That heals some amount of HP. And then there's Republic Defender Nickel, grants a barrier equal to 30% of all max health to an ally with the highest attack at the start of battle. I guess this is not really that useful because it only grants a barrier to 1 ally. It could be better if it grants barrier to all of the allies, including himself. Then there's this one, chance to double team. Not really that also good. And then there's this Bloody Battle of Extremes Leonard. This will give you the chance to grant 30% reflect damage to self for 3 turns upon receiving damage 1 time per round. That's reflect damage. And there's that. So currently, I just use this one because I kind of felt that this will really go well with his gears since we are going to raise his HP. Now for the gears. So based from his passive, because for his first and second skill, these are just pure damage dealing skills, and his first skill also gives debuffing or debuffing attacks. So since I'm not using Flynn, I just equip with him random gears, but you can see I have vitality set on him because this increases health by 20%, and you can see the substats over here. There's an HP line of 5%, effect resist. So since he is a knight, it's good that we are going to put him substats that more on the tanky side this time. So unlike Yuri, since Yuri is a damage dealer, so therefore we placed a lot of damage dealing stats. So since Flynn is a knight, he's up front, we want him to last long during battles. Therefore, we are going to choose gears that has a lot of HP, defense, effect resist. Some attack speed will do as well. So you can see the first two lines are good. There's HP, effect resist, and then there's attack. So we might change this in the future if you're going to use them. We are going to look for probably defense and effect resist. And since this is a legendary piece of gear, if you're going to enhance this to 15, there will be a new line, the fourth line, where it will appear, but it's still in random. So you can see the second one, the substats are already 4 since I was able to enhance this particular gear to 15. But you can see the substat, there is critical damage, effect resist, defense, effect hit. So probably critical damage and effect hit is really not for him. Well, effect hit could be good since he has this debuffing skill over here, the first one. 50% chance to afflict target with stun for 3 turns. So if you want to make use of that, you can go for effect hit. And you can see the main stat for this particular piece of gear, there's HP, 60%. So that will really go well with his passive. Now, the artifact, you can see effect resist. Effect resist will prevent your character from receiving status effect damage such as silence, burn, what else? Stun, and modification for those Fate Core heroes under the Summer Festa or Summer Paradise. I think it's Summer Festa Fate Core team. And you can see the substats, effect hit, critical damage, attack. Well, this is not really good. Now for the boots, you can either choose speed as the main stat or HP. And you can see the substat, there is effect resist, effect hit, defense. But defense is in whole number or flat number, and we could have used a different gear that has a defense line in percent. So take note guys, when it comes to the substats, it's always better if a particular stat line is in percent rather than a whole number or flat number, because in percent it's way bigger compared to the flat or whole number. And again, since Flynn is a defense or defense type hero or a tank or a knight, whatever you call it, so therefore we need him to be tanky. So you're going to look for stats that are more on HP, defense, effect resist. This has 2 HP lines, but one is in whole number and one is in percent. And the other two, one is attack speed, that could be good, but the second one is in critical damage. So there are other way better gears than this one. So again guys, this is just random gearing. So if you're currently using him, since he's under the Wasted Red Nation, therefore he's under Garf and Honok. So if you're going to check out the signature force, the Wasted Red one, this is under Garf. So if you are going to complete this one, therefore Yuri and Flynn will be able to benefit from him. Aside from that, since Flynn is a defense type hero, you can go for blue Fate cores like Grisel. Because if I remember correctly, Grisel, blue Fate core Grisel give buffs to defense type heroes. We're just going to double check that to see if it's what I'm saying is correct. I kinda forgot where she falls under. So we're going to check it. Oh, so she's under Twisted Fate. This is the Grisel's Fate Core or Blue Fate Core. Prophecy Carrier Grisel. And you can see this small information over here. You can see me tapping. If Faker is in possession, grants buff to defense type hero, an increase of combat power and defense. So whichever nation a specific defense hero falls under, they will be able to benefit from this if you have Grisel. And since Flynn is from Wasted Red, therefore, if you happen to have this one, Blue Faker of Baraka, you can see the description. If Faker is in possession, grants buff to heroes from Wasted Red, an increase of combat power, attack, HP, and defense. So these two Fakers will be able to benefit a specific defense type hero under Wasted Red, just like Garf. And also, like any other heroes of Exos heroes, these collaborated heroes also have an unleash potential board. So therefore, you want to make use of this one. If you're going to fill this up, therefore, his stats will greatly increase. So that will be all, guys, for today. We discussed about the second hero under Tales of Vesperia collaboration with Exos heroes, and you also checked out his exclusive equipment, the possible artifacts that you can equip on him, and the possible gears. So when it comes to gear set, I forgot to mention, you can either choose Vitality set, what's the other one? Fortification, or Effect Resist set. It's really up to you, but if you want to be literal just like me, I would probably put Vitality set all the way, because for each of the sets for tanks like Vitality, Fortification, and Effect Resist, these are just 2-piece set. So you can see there are 6 pieces of gears for every hero. So since Vitality set is just 2, you can go for 3 sets Vitality set, because it's 2, 4, 6, just like Fortification and Effect Resist. And if you want to have a mix of all, probably 1 Fortification, 1 Vitality, 1 Effect Resist, it's still up to you. Just don't forget about the main stat when it comes to the gloves or accessories, and also the boots, because they have a specific main stats that you should be careful or should be aware of. Like for gloves, you can have here critical damage, critical hit rate, defense, HP. So since he is a knight, so therefore you're going to choose either defense or HP, because for critical hit rate and critical damage, this works better for damage dealing heroes. For this one, the accessory, you can see here Effect Resist. So you can also get here Effect Hit for those damage dealing characters who has a lot of debuffs. You can also get attack in % over here. While for boots, you can go for speed, because this is a specific gear which you can get speed as the main stat. But you know, since I'm very particular with his passive, I just decided to put HP in %. So it's still up to you. So that will be all, guys, for today. Tomorrow we are going to discuss the third and last hero under this particular Tales of Vesperia collaboration with Exos heroes. And on Thursday, I might do a different video, probably a summoning video, because currently I was able to collect some mythic hero recruit tickets. You can see it's already 26, and I still have 2 chances to get another copy of Rude over here, so hopefully I'll be able to get one. And also when it comes to nation recruit, I already have 157, which for sure I'll be able to reach the one here, the guaranteed summon, which is 150. But then I'll probably going to choose this one, Wasted Red, since I'm trying to complete Garf's signature force. So that will be all, guys, for today. Again, please do not forget to subscribe to my Twitch channel, and also for my YouTube channel as well, where you can see all of my other Exos Heroes content and other games as well. And also, I just want to remind you, if you want to keep to be updated with the videos, there's this small bell icon which you can press, so that whenever there's a new video, you'll be informed. And again, thank you Mint XCX for hanging out with me. This is Bear Gaming. Have a nice day, everyone.